Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Straight facts, love it, I hate that. If we said it, then we meant it, we can't take it back. Lo siento. Sorry, but I ain't sorry. Sorry, but I ain't sorry. Lo siento.
All right, we're live. There's no turning back.
There's no turning back. Oh,
Welcome to Lo Siento.
welcome
Volume-
to Los Santos Radio.
What is this volume? Volume 3?
Volume 3.
Third episode?
Back at it
Wow,
again.
that's the longest episode I had in a long time.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so we're moving on something, right?
That's right.
So anyways, what's today's big topic is fabrication.
Fabrication.
You know how? Okay, we're gonna talk about how people call people liars and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about like the rap game. The rap game is
game.
a lot of fabrication. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's so bad about fabricating? Not everybody had lived the thug street life, but then again, they talk about it. But a lot of people can't back it up. But some
Right.
people are good storytellers.
Well, here's the thing. Fabrication is only obvious to the people that know that's a lie. Right?
Right.
So, is it really fabrication if you don't know that person? It depends. Like,
Well-
you can't be Tony Montana and swear you're Tony Montana and then think that you've just been ducking the law for your whole life. I mean, come on. Even Tony Montana got caught up and shot and killed.
Well, to be honest with you, too, I mean, everything fabrication until you actually know the truth.
Well,
Anybody can
Right.
tell you a lie anywhere.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
until I'm a kind of person that you can tell me anything you want, but I need the proof. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's just like if you tell me, hey, this dude down the street is the best dude in the world. I mean, hands down. If God came down to earth, he'd put him in a gold robe and send him to heaven without no. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta see. I can say that's bullshit. I gotta see for myself. Or you can say
Right.
this guy's a rotten bastard. He'll steal from you, rob from you, eat your children, and I'd be like, well, you know what? I gotta give him a chance because personally myself, don't know how this
Well,
guy is.
Yeah, but why would you take that chance?
I mean, you're right. But yeah, you're right. Why would you take a chance? But why would you pass up an opportunity too? You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
I mean, if you got enough people telling you that this person is a fucking cannibal, and they know because like they seen like them cooking.
I want the facts. I want the facts.
So
I want to
you
see.
what?
I
So
want to
you
see a
want the-
body part. I want to see a body part in his mouth.
What if
I wanna
it's
see
you?
blood
What
around
if,
his
what
mouth.
if you're the body part?
I'm just saying. If he's a cannibal and you tell me he's a cannibal and I don't see it myself, I need to see proof. I need to see fingerprint, blood in his mouth.
Okay.
I need to see him.
Are you
The
really going to
person-
go to this person and say, "Hey, are you a cannibal?" I don't
No,
think
but-
it's ever came out of anybody's mouth.
Well, that's the thing. Like about fabrication. That's exactly what I mean about fabrication. What if you just don't like the dude or you're jealous that me and the person's gonna get along and you just make up some off the wall story like, hey,
Right.
this guy, you did this. How would you
Oh.
know unless you know the truth?
Don't talk to him. He's a cannibal.
Exactly. I mean, it's just like-
I mean,
but that's the worst
you
thing
know,
about me. Say something. Like I was saying before we got on the air. Like Trump. Okay, yeah, Trump is the biggest fabricator in the world. Okay, I mean, they fact check him left and right, and it's whatever. But what makes him different than like Dr. Seuss or from somebody telling you an actual story?
There's a big difference. There's a huge difference. I'm gonna tell you why there's a huge difference. Dr.
Tell me.
Seuss is creating books for other people's visionaries. Donald Trump is talking from a personal aspect.
What I'm saying about it
Dr.
though is
Dr. Seuss never ate green eggs and ham. I don't think he did. Have you? You'd be
Nah,
sick as
but-
fuck. You worse off than COVID.
but But here's the thing. This is what makes me laugh, though. This is what makes me laugh is the simple fact of, you know, people tell stories to make shit interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Okay, that's not fabrication. That's just stretching the truth.
It's fabrication too. Stretching the truth and fabrication is the same thing.
Not really.
Fabricating. It really is.
I personally don't think so.
Okay, what's the difference between stretching the truth?
Stretching the truth is like saying, you know, like you did something, but you're kind of exaggerating the story. Fabricating it is lying completely. Like it's a fabrication. It's a total lie.
Well, I mean,
it's like saying you drive a Lamborghini, but you're really in like a 1990 Impala. That's a fabrication, right?
Okay, but are you driving though?
All right,
you see what I'm saying? You're driving something.
That becomes a it becomes a little bit of both, right? A little bit of fabrication and stretching the truth.
Right.
You still drive. Okay, what if you say you're driving a Lamborghini, but you got a bus pass?
You're still on four wheels.
Yeah,
you gotta get from A to B somewhere. You know.
You're giving too much to these people, man. They don't deserve it. If you're lying, you're lying. If you're not driving,
Siento.
You know, exactly, man. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's you know, stretching the truth to me, it can't be that drastic. It's like, you know, if you got $50 in your bank account, you can say you got 100. You know, that's stretching the truth, right? All right, I know we know you don't have $100. You know.
Okay, but what makes me laugh is there's people out there that lie just to lie, and there's people out there that lie because they just like to lie. Like, there's no reason for you to tell me if you got $50 in your bank account. There's no reason for you to tell me you got 100. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Why would you tell me you got 100 just because?
Just to feel like you're doing better than you really are. You know what I mean? It's that little boost of confidence that people would like to give, you know, and there's a lot of people that do that. I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, you know, that this is the reason why I told you that I got off of Instagram, is because 90% of it is bullshit. The other half lies, right? We remember that saying from
Trading Day.
Yeah,
it's all entertainment.
Bullshit, the other half is lies.
It's entertainment.
Whatever, how he said it. Yeah.
Well, listen, I get on Facebook and stuff because like memes. That's why I get on for real. Like I'm like, dude, like if you see on Facebook how much people lie about everything, and then you know, you're like, this person's lying about how their life is, but yet they live next door. You're like, I know this fucking person.
What is that?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Is that fabrication or is it stretching the truth? And you're you got a personal experience.
Well, fabricating would be, I know the truth. You're spitting something out that I already know. Stretching the truth would be you do have the truth, but you're stretching it. Like,
right.
Okay,
right.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. If you're stretching the truth, right? Like, stretching the truth means I have a crayon that's red. And then I tell you, hey, I got 3 crayons that's red. That's stretching the truth.
Right.
But if I'm fabricating, say, oh, this crayon's a red, but it's really blue. That's fabricating. Yeah, that's what that means. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a straight up lie. Straight up lie.
Unless you
may have a crayon, but it's lie. But that's what I'm saying about. That's the difference about stretching the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That some people, they like to just straight up lie, like especially if you know. Does if you give it enough power to actually take over your life, then that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's to me. Social media is like taking over TV.
Right.
To me, it's like instead of me watching, like I watch shows like this guy named Mark K. Okay, he's a strictly white right wing. He's for Trump and everything. But I watch him because it's funny because the way it is, like we have Joe Biden and we have Trump. And they're the 2 worst possible candidates you could possibly have in your life.
Oh my God.
Okay, but one guy, is a lie. He's lying. Okay, Trump lies constantly. And let's that's not bullshit. Another guy, he's
the truth though.
This other guy, he don't know his facts. I'm pretty sure he's got dementia. But I mean, he said 120 million people have the coronavirus. That's what he said. This guy said 120 million people have the coronavirus. That's what Joe Biden said. We have 320 million people in the world. So that means a quarter of the population's got the coronavirus.
A quarter, that's almost half.
No, that's yeah, but that's more than half. It's like, yeah, more than half. Let's say. Yeah. But let's say whatever. But regardless, why would you say that at some point million people have the coronavirus? I don't even know the facts. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, who are you going to vote for? I mean, don't tell me who you're going to vote for because I don't want you to, you never know what happened. But, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's got the worst of both worlds. And this brings to what I was saying before. I was saying I had a short little video I was doing, which was, why do people get like, it's like, oh, I'm going to vote for, let's say, Trump, right? As you Republican. But if you voted for Trump and then your whole Congress becomes Democratic,
right,
it's not going to work anyways because they could vote for a bill and guess what? They'll stop at the desk, or they could abolish the bill before it even gets to the desk.
Right.
So what is the point? What is the point of everything? Everything's always at a standstill.
That's
everything.
True. That's so true.
So I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But like I tell you, man, this year, nothing has surprised me. Nothing at all.
You got to be
I'm
ready
serious.
for anything.
Everything. I mean, think about it. Freaking, we have what, the Sahara Desert dust is coming around. We have let's see, freaking, they're talking about the Arctic Ocean's on fire. Did you hear about that? The Arctic Ocean is on fire. Yeah, it's on fire. Literally on fire. Yeah.
What? The Arctic Ocean? Ocean is on fire.
I mean, yeah, that's what they're saying.
I know about that.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a bunch of bullcrap going on. It's like, this doesn't matter. Like, I mean, literally, it was so bad about everything he said. They literally, truth came out about aliens. And you know how everybody was wanting to know about that? But it's like, aliens, is it real?
I stand behind aliens, I believe. Anyway.
No, it's true. The White House had said they had clips of real aliens. And everybody's like, oh, well, they just took the foot out of that one. You know what I'm saying? Because what else could possibly happen?
Yeah,
you know, so it's just, it's just. I mean, it is, like I said, it is what it is. Right. I honestly, no surprises me in this world. Yeah. You know, you got. It's just. I mean, I don't know what to say about it anymore. You know.
I mean, 2020 has been a hell of a surprising year, but it's getting to the point where it's like, what else can you throw at me where, like, I can't raise an eyebrow anymore. It's like, okay. That's happening. Yeah. It's nothing surprising. this whole year has been, I mean, it kind of make us stronger as people because, I mean, what's the next thing that can really happen? Like some kind of global, like, destruction or something. Like, I mean, we were damn near in war, civil war, damn near.
Right.
You know, right. Like, I mean, what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, like they said anyways, we're the laughing. To be honest with you, we're the laughing stock of the world right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hands down, we're the comedy of the countries right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's going to be like that probably another 4 years. I mean, let's be honest. We already know what's going to happen. He's going to get voted again, and it's just going to be a clusterfuck for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
But to be fair too, is our country is the youngest country in the world.
Right.
We're 200-something years old.
Right.
We're like 250 or something years old, whatever. So we're still learning as a country. But to be honest with you, it looks like democracy is pretty much, it's not working, man. I mean, you got mayors letting people run amok. You got people like, you know, Florida going to the beaches. No way that we still had the coronavirus going on. And then we got this protesting going on. Florida's like freaking mayhem right now.
But that's what we went through in New York.
You know? Well, that's what I'm saying. And this is the thing too. The thing about it is we hear about spikes. Have we heard anything about death yet? I haven't. Have you?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Just think about it. I mean, there's so much shit going on in this world right now that they can't keep up. They cannot keep up.
I honestly feel like most of this is stretching the truth. Back to that. It's got to be. I mean, there's no way that those numbers are that high, especially if you're talking about Joe Biden saying how many million?
20 billion people.
20 billion people. There's not even 20 billion people that's walking this earth. But that's a stretch of the truth. A far stretch of the truth, actually.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I mean, and that's just, I mean, like I said, I don't want to get into this political stuff, whatever, because it's just, it sucks to be show you something cool. Because it's not a real like. I mean, it's just a bunch of kids. Like, it's like a bunch of babies running the world. You know what I'm saying?
So
and then it's like, yeah, and then like, okay, this is the thing too. This is Democrats are trying so hard to win that they're getting like celebrities and all this stuff, to try to go on their side. And then you got Republicans trying to. I mean, they're all the same. At the end, it's all the same.
Yeah.
The end is all the same. We're screwed. Put it that way. Put it blank.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were telling me about like 500 feet humans or something. What's he saying? Earlier, you telling me about. You talking about
from this documentary I was watching. They were saying that in the 1800s they had newspaper articles out. I believe it was 1800s, like late 1800s, mid to late 1800s, where there was articles that they found bones of giants, and they were going from the bottom to the top, but from the largest bone that they discovered was up to 20 feet. But it's not to say that, because they had the person could have I think it's called giganticism or something, some kind of like physical disorder where sometimes the head's bigger than the body. But then they found an actual like finger, and they actually found bones, and looking at that, they kind of put two and two together and said this person had to be at least 20 feet tall.
Jeez. Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yo, this is the thing what I was saying. I was like, it's that hard to believe, really? Because here's my. You want to hear my theory?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my theory on giants. Okay, I forget where it is in the world right now. There's a certain group of people, you probably know, they live in the mountains. They're regular humans like us. But
why would I know?
No, because they're regular people.
I'm messing with you guys.
I was having this conversation earlier. There's a certain group of people, like a certain race of humans, that they're all no shorter than 6'5", and that's like normal, and they're normal stature. They're very tall people. They're just naturally tall, and the reason why they're naturally tall. This is my take on it. When you go to, let's say, the mountains where the air is clean and there's not buildings and there's not smoke in the air and automobiles everywhere and all kinds of bullshit that could stunt your growth. When you go to the mountains, you see these people, they're all over 6 feet tall. So that tells you something, because the air that we breathe and the food that we eat has a direct impact on the way that we grow. It's like if you take a baby shark, you put them in a tank that's like, a 5-foot tank. They're not going to grow more than that tank is built. But if you take that same baby shark and you put them in the ocean, they're going to grow to like 15 feet.
Well, it's actually called. See, I know what you're saying, but it's actually called adaptation. They adapt to the habitat.
Right. Exactly.
Like what you say about 6'4", whatever. Okay, that's
like at the shortest of their people.
But think about this. Maybe because they have to do more yard work or they have to adapt, or they have to read. I think so. I think so much like let's say when the world starts. Let's say because it's inevitable. Okay, the world's gonna get a bunch of water's gonna come out. Whatever. Our feet probably is gonna end up being looking like fins, because we're gonna have to adapt to swimming, and that's just what it is. It is like
evolution based on circumstance.
You think about hair. Okay, hair. If you notice, a lot of people are hairless. Because they need their hair less. Because exactly, there's probably people more hair in Alaska because they probably need it because it's so cold up there. So what it is just adaptation.
I understand it. But why do you need to be? Why is it that they're over like 6 foot is like a midget to them? I mean, they live in the mountains. Like I don't know if you ever seen like a really, really tall woman or a really tall man, and they just look proportionate. It's because, like, it's hard to explain. But going back to my theory on the Giants was, before we can't even really put a finger on when, but it's got to be before Christ and before all that. There was nothing really impurifying the air. You know what I mean? The air.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So who's to say that Go ahead.
Also think about this, okay? Okay, let's say New York City. It's a huge city, right? And then you got this small little county, or this cornfield or whatever. And this guy's a farmer, and he has a wife and kids, and they get up every day to milk cows, chicken or whatever. They're constantly working out. They constantly their food is not sterilized.
Yeah,
they don't have no steroids. Now, when you live in the city and stuff, if you notice, a lot of food is more have steroids in it because you gotta have more. People grow their food versus people try. You know what I'm saying? So that's another big reason why.
Exactly. What I'm talking about. Exactly.
So that's another reason why.
Yeah. So here's where I got a little deep with it, like into my mind, because when they were talking about that, I couldn't stop thinking about David and Goliath. Like that story has some weight to it when you start thinking about it, right?
Right.
Not to say that giants were the only ones walking this earth. There had to be normal size. We say normal size being us. I mean, they could have been normal size, and our people could have been, miniature.
Right.
They could have been the real size, being the people that we were supposed to be. But there had to be here's the thing. I want to touch base on two things. I want to just keep on the Giants situation, but I find it weird that there's like hundreds of species of birds, hundreds of species of apes, chimpanzees, all that, hundreds of different species of reptiles, but there's only one human species. Why? Have you ever thought about that?
No, you're right.
But there's only one human species. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It doesn't, but we're considered. See, the thing about this is like with the rape, like you see with the apes and stuff. I'll just say the rapes because I'll put together with the apes and stuff. With the apes, orangutans, monkeys, and all that stuff. That's kind of like a race if you think about it. The way they consider us as different. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So the way they consider us race is by Mexican, Puerto Rican,
But no.
But you're right. You talk about species.
Let's talk about like body composition. Let's not talk about. Yeah. Let's talk about, because you know what? There could be a Mexican person that looks just like you. Stature.
Exactly. Exactly.
There could be a black person that looks just like you, stature, everything. There could be a white person that looks just like you, stature, and everything. But how come there's like 100 different species of birds, 100 different species of fishes? Because you know why? Because if you really think about it, like, this is just me thinking crazy, but I feel like our people killed off all the species, because they talk about Neanderthals, they talk about giants, they talk about the really, really small people. I forgot the name of them. They're like 2 feet tall. Like they're like I forget the name of them.
So I don't talk about those.
There's an actual name.
Kids of the Cabinet. Yeah.
Like that, like Indian in the cupboard type size.
Yeah.
And those people actually supposedly they existed, and they were they were actually like normal in stature but smaller in size. Like the giants normal in stature but bigger in size. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to say that our people didn't just kill them all off.
Well, I mean, but how was to say that they didn't die off before? Because remember, there was the Big Bang Theory. How do you know that they didn't die off with the dinosaurs? Or what about if there was what about if the Big Bang Theory didn't even happen? What if it was just the dinosaurs actually ruled the world? What if the dinosaurs never died off?
What
you think our species would be born?
What if they still exist and we just cannot find the island because we're not supposed to?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that we haven't found out yet. You know what I'm saying?
Your corner. You know how much of the world you know.
There's nothing. There's nothing that we know.
You don't know shit, and I don't know shit.
Yeah,
we don't have the opportunity to go where these people can go, like the higher ups, where the people that know what's going on, like they could take us to the dark side of the moon or whatever you want to call it, and show a whole different world, and we'll be like, what the fuck? This cannot be real. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
We don't know
exactly
this world. Like people think cell phones like, oh, I got a new iPhone. That's old.
Listen. To tell you one thing right now is we're gonna know whatever they want us to know, regardless of the fact. Right. I don't care how much internet you have, how much knowledge you have, what you study on. They're gonna tell you exactly what you want to hear. And that's how it's always going to be.
Even the dark web and all these like WikiLeaks and all these little things that you think you're getting some secret information. They want you to see that.
No, yeah, oh yeah, they would exactly because it caused controversy.
Because
what they say about controversy?
Controversy sells. They love it. But yo, listen, I want to just touch base on this one little thing. I wanted to get with the whole giant situation. Now,
right?
People have their own, I guess, theories as to how pyramids were built and all these like all these constructions. There's all these buildings from back in the day that are still standing, like the Stonehenge. The Stonehenge,
right?
Stonehenge. They used to call it the Giant's Den. Now, how can a 50-foot stone standing up with another stone on top of it still be standing? Now, it's kind of weird if you think about it, like
standing. How they build it? How they build it with no machines, no machinery? There was no machinery back then.
I feel like the giants that walked this earth, they lifted that shit like you'd lift a concrete brick. It's easy for
giants, or do you think that there are other, like, and a lot of people don't believe in aliens and stuff, but there's a lot of other but see, there's a lot of other things out there, entities or whatever you want to call it,
right,
that go and actually have machinery that we have now.
Right.
What makes anybody think that we're not behind in our development?
These damn motorcycles keep going by all night, bro. Like all night, like just daytime. We're kind of touching base on the same conversation we had last time, because we were talking about kind of the same thing. I think when it comes to like things that happened in the past that are unexplained.
I think we touched a little bit on it, but we never
really got into detail. But once again, I do feel like we are a species, not species. We're kind of like rebuilding from what has already happened in the future.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. I know what you're saying.
But as far as like that is concerned, I honestly thought, in my mind, I thought that maybe the aliens had something to do with the pyramids. But logically, now that I'm thinking about these giants, who's to say that they didn't build it? It's too easy for them.
I just want to know, like, you got East Island that has all these Stonehenge, look at the little sculptures and stuff. I mean, all these artifacts that look like they call them like, antiques and from history and stuff. But how were they created? They didn't have the ability like we have today. I mean, like I said, they had to, whoever was back in the day, had to have, like the Mayans. Mayans had to have something, there's stuff that we don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I said, like it goes back to BC, AC, AD, BC, where it goes back to before Christ, after Christ, before Christ, in the middle of Christ. It goes back everywhere. That they know, it's history, man. They want us to know what they want us to know, no matter what age or time it is.
Yeah,
and that's how it's gonna be.
I mean, like let's be honest, like no matter how much we can go back in time or like history and look back at all the history books and hear what historians are talking about, who's to say that anything that they're saying is a fact? Because let's be honest, all they're doing is digging up artifacts and then creating an idea around what they found. That's right. All it is. Like, there is no truth behind nothing, because today they could say, like they said, dinosaurs are scaled, and then they want to say dinosaurs are feathered.
Well, there's not a book or there's not an instruction book of what they died with them.
Well,
now, the only reason
history, if you break down the word, is his story, right? Whose story?
Right.
Whose story?
Yeah, his or her. Well, you know what? Touching that subject, I'm surprised that nobody even touched that word, saying, if it wasn't his or wasn't her, why can't it be her story?
It can be her
story. Or its story. How about its story?
You know why?
How about its story?
It can be his story too. We don't know what else was there. But the reason why it's his story, because let's be honest, there's no women on the face of the earth at that time that was allowed to even make an assumption on anything, because they weren't allowing it. You know how women were suppressed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. Put it this way. Just to put it this way before we do it. Now, before I lose my train of thought. Now the T-Rex, right? The T-Rex is, I don't know. I mean, maybe a lot of people do, maybe a lot of people don't. But the T-Rex is, believe it or not, the ancestor of the pigeon. A lot of people don't know that. But the pigeon and T-Rex, yes, they're very much the same species.
Okay,
that's their ancestors. Now, now the thing about that is yeah, there has to be animals that had feathers on them. Look at what I mean. Where we lived, there's people that lived in, like you said, like different areas of the world that had to have, you know, the skin. There's some probably that had no hair. There's some that had, no pigmentation. That was probably freaking white as ghosts. It just all depended where they were at. Now, right. I'll tell you what some scary shit right now is. They said in Antarctica, there's more water than there is that we have now. There's thousands, hundreds of millions of feet of water that's still that we don't know about, that we haven't touched.
Uh-huh.
They say they have monster mutated looking stuff out there. Yeah, like back in the day. Like I'm talking about, like, think about it, there's no sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's not there. So you know how evil these creatures probably looked out there?
Hell yeah.
Think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Like they crawl straight from the depths of hell.
It's that's exactly what it is. The depths of hell. That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah. You might as well call that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, as far as everything goes, man, it's just crazy. And for anything to happen now, it better happen now. It better happen in 2020 before everything comes calm.
Oh, because I can't do a 21. I can't do a 21 like this, man.
Yeah.
So that with 21, we prepared to deal with the bullshit, not have to worry about anything else coming our way. I want to just be prepared for the next wave of crazy
bullshit.
Bullshit. I hope it ain't bullshit. I just hope it's real. You know what I'm saying? If it's bullshit, then fuck. If it's not bullshit, then I want to just be prepared to, deal with it head on like the rest of the world. Nobody wants to go through this shit blindsided. Like, we need to know what's going on.
But we're not gonna know what's going on. This is the thing about it too. Is
something.
Well, look, okay. Let's think about this. Okay, let's say the world, right? Let's say something happens. They were talking about comets this year, on the size of football fields that was passing our Earth. That we did not know about. I didn't know about it 2 days ago. What was happening? And you're telling me that scientists can't see it from a mile away?
Wait, what do you mean? Bring that back. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, we have asteroids, 2 or 3 asteroids that were supposed to hit the Earth. They were like 300,000 million miles away or whatever. They were the size of 5 football fields together. Okay? They didn't mention it for 2 days ago.
2 days ago, you heard this?
They mentioned 2 days before it happened.
Right.
So what it is if something does happen, I'm afraid nobody's gonna tell us. It's just gonna be like, hey, guess what? And then all of a sudden, boom.
You want to know? I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
But that, I would like to know if there's a nuclear bomb coming my way, because maybe that can be stopped.
Right.
What the fuck you gonna do about a 5 football field asteroid coming our way? All you're gonna do is sit down and be like, you're gonna start repenting and like, see, that's when you're gonna start believing God, and you about to die. Well, it
says in New York. It says it like, all right, like say New York City stuff. I'm not New York City. I'm sorry. It says like, the world is going to the Bible. Okay, the Bible. It says the Bible. Let's do it this way. It says that nothing's going to happen unless everybody believes in Jesus.
The what?
That's what it said. Nothing's going to happen like everything that's going to happen towards the end of the world. Like the rapture and all that. It's not going to happen to everybody believes in Jesus.
Well, that's very cocky of Jesus to say.
But that's not in the Bible.
That's a cocky thing to say. I ain't doing shit till you believe me, motherfucker. Until you believe me, you motherfuckers go fuck all you guys.
No.
Fuck everybody.
It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. But
he's like a father that abandoned his children. He's a bad dad. God damn, we gotta put Jesus on child support, man. Oh God, so one of them.
but seriously, like, have you ever seen the movie? What's that movie called? Where what's it called? Like, it was about like Jesus was supposed to come down. Well, it was the devil came down and took over the world. I forgot what it was called. It was a comedy.
South
Park? No, it's not South Park. I forgot the name of it. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it when we talk.
It's a comedy movie. It's there was
with that black dude. That black dude that was on The Office. He was on The Office.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was with the guy from Dodgeball. He was the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that movie. I just don't know the name of it. But yeah, I know you're talking about.
I'll come back to it. But yeah.
It was fun. It's fun.
But like I said, I feel like we're right now going through that shit.
What?
Like right now, this second, going through the freaking rapture. I mean, I'm waiting for some cicadas. So they said cicadas supposed to come in talking to us and all that shit. I'm
All
just
the
waiting
shit
for all that stuff.
all the shit that you say you getting raptured, bro.
I don't know, dude.
You're gonna be the last man standing. You're gonna be the last man standing in that shirt and everything.
The best thing about
You're
being
wearing
Catholic
red right now, you fucking demon.
Listen, the best thing about being Catholic is I say something now and then Sunday I'll be okay. But anyways, regardless of the fact.
Oh, Saturday sinner, Sunday was it? Saturday sinner, Sunday forgiver.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I got you, man. There's a lot of y'all out there. I think I fall in the same category at times.
But anyways, yeah. So, like with the Giants situation, I mean, there's a lot of, like you said, Giants, and there's a lot of different things that we don't know about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, it is what it is. I mean, regardless of the fact, it is what it is. I hope, like I said, I hope one day, we live to see it. I hope one day my kids live to see the world. I mean, we might not even, this planet might not even exist. Did you know that there's several planets out there that are just like Earth that they're just recently finding out?
Did you know that the scientists claim that they actually discovered a parallel universe?
Yeah, and you know what? And that doesn't surprise me.
When they talk about parallel universe, you know what they said? The parallel universe supposedly runs reverse in time.
But that's what they say. They said like right now what we're doing is reverse. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So, am I getting younger? Or am I getting older? Are we at the point we're at right now, and tomorrow we go back yesterday, and then like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But that don't make sense. That don't make sense because what happens when I die? Does my time just stop, or do I keep going till I get younger?
Do you think that if you die, that's when you start going backwards?
In
the universe?
No.
Who knows? Who knows?
No, that's when you get reversed. That'd be hell, man. I don't want to see all the shit I've been doing. I don't want to go
stop. No, but seriously, like, there's some stuff that I wish I wouldn't do that I couldn't stop myself. But anyways, regardless, the fact is that's why they probably come up with time travel, and stuff like that. Because other stuff, with that being said about that stuff, like, when you dream and stuff and you see the future, could it be that your parallel is going like this?
You're kind of like
crossing.
Well, I do.
You think that happens?
Yeah, I do believe that our dreams are very significant when it comes to the way that our existence comes into play, but it's kind of hard to say because sometimes it's so exaggerated where it's like that's impossible, like that can't happen. You know what I mean? Like some things just can't physically happen. Like I've had dreams where I can fly. Like
really,
I've had dreams where I can fly. I mean, I mean, I've had pretty normal dreams where it's like, holy shit, that's crazy, or some dreams that were like, wow, that can happen. But I've also had dreams that were like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I must have been on some shit because I don't know why I'm dreaming that. You know what I mean? Like, you never had dreams that were just like out of this world. I've
had dreams that I almost died several different times, and I never did.
You cannot die.
Like
your body's.
What happens if you do die in your dream? That's what I want to know. I honestly, when I sleep, I fall asleep like that.
Yeah.
Like I could dream before I even fall asleep. I don't know if it's just a freaking curse or what. But I can dream. I can freaking as soon as I close my eyes,
that sounds crazy.
It's true though. Like I swear to God, like that's what I told Andy. I said, Andy, I swear to God, I think I have a second life. I close my eyes, I open my eyes to a second life.
Here's the thing though, man. Once again, like I think we touched base on this last time too. Our brains are actually hardwired like computers. So you don't know where you're really connected to. You know what I mean? Like imagine, okay, if you had the ability to take your brain out your skull and like let's say connect it to a computer and see the abilities of your brain, like because like when you go into computers, you go into the properties of the computer and you can see like the specs. Imagine being able to see the specs of your brain. Now you can see how much your brain can actually do, how fast can it go, how much storage it can hold, how much you can actually go back in time and see what you saved years ago, or see what's possible for the future. Like our brains are capable of these things. It's just that are we able to actually access it to get those capabilities? So you really don't know what your brain is capable of doing. You can be touching base with something else and you don't know it. I mean, who's to say? We're fucking more powerful than we know. We're just grounded.
Right. Listen, We're only tapped in 10% of our, not even 3% of our brains.
So they say.
Okay, our brain.
Nobody knows because you could be tapping in 10%. I could be tapping in 5.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
we don't know what's happening.
You know, you see people who are geniuses in this world. Do you think that they're geniuses because they're tapping more of their brain, or that little part of their brain just happens to be able to hold more knowledge? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're using more. It's like I can give you the same hard drive I have, and you can fill it up, or my shit can still have nothing in it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you have more space than me. It just means we have the same space. We're just filling it up faster.
Exactly. And to me, I think to be intelligent or smart is it's a privilege thing.
I really disagree with that.
But I mean, yeah, you might disagree with what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is me and you grew up in Brooklyn, right? We grew up in this stuff, and I thirst for knowledge. I always had and I always will. But I think some people that are smarter, or consider smarter, or consider more has been privileged, and this is where you're going to disagree with me. But I think it's because when you're privileged, you unlock more. You have more stuff to your capability. You have more stuff to you're able to go to libraries more. You have your own library. You have your own teachers. You know, if you want to play the piano, you have people buying you stuff. You know, to go there. That's, to me, I think is you have the ability to learn faster is because you have access to money. And everybody says, "Oh, it's not about money." Yeah, it is about money. Because if me and you, I remember our webs was the Britannica Garden. Remember the Britannica books? Big ass brown books that Uncle Nelson gave us. Those big books. Okay,
the encyclopedia? What are you talking about?
Huh? The big books, the encyclopedias. Yeah, Britannica. That's what they are, Britannicas. They were Britannica.
Britannica, yeah, the Britannica, yeah, the encyclopedias. We had like maybe like I know I always had this problem with those because there was always one letter missing. I think it was N or something. I was so fucking, I don't know, maybe I was crazy, but I was like, I hated looking at that because there was always that one book missing.
But now think about that.
Did you crack that open? I never did. I don't think.
Think about that though. That's what we had to do. If we had a report to do, we had that Britannica, that shit that we had to do. People that had probably for money, we could have went to a computer, bought a computer, and was on AOL. We had to get the free disc, and fucking if we didn't do our thing with the 7 days of free trial, yeah, there you go. But that's what I'm saying. We didn't have that. We didn't have the. But I like. Go ahead. I like to hear what you got to say about. You disagree with me with that, but
what I do disagree with is intelligence is not always a privilege because there's, I mean, in my opinion, there's like many different types of intelligence. You could be intelligence. Let's dumb it down a little. Let's talk about smarts, right? You can have book smart, right? You can have street smart. You could also build your own type of smartness where it's like 3 different opinions and you create your own. That's smartness too, right? Because now you're developing your own brain to have your own belief system. It doesn't have to be a fact. It's your fact, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, like with me, for instance, I always had questioned everything that ever came my way. I never took nobody's word for it. I always went out and, like, if you told me something, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm also not going to take it like it's gold. I'm going to go ahead and do my
take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
So it can also, it's not a religious time. Sometimes it can be worse. And I feel like I've struggled with that for a long time because I've always had to, I kind of like built myself to create my own belief system. And it's been a problem for me for a long time because then I started believing, I never really took anybody's word for anything. And then, all the research and everything, it becomes a hassle when you don't take anybody's word for it. And you start believing you start creating your own belief system. And then you don't take nobody's word for anything anymore. You know what I mean? So intelligence could be a gift and a curse. That's how I look at it.
Right.
I mean, you're right though. A lot of people are privileged to the point where they can access more information than we can, right? Or
exactly.
Or not just us, like just anybody. Like some people have the ability to access more information than us, which is why there's other people in this world that know more than we do. And we're not talking about just people that might know calculus or the most extensive math. We're talking about people who know things that, like we were talking about, like giants and shit like that. there's a reason why they know these things. They don't know these things because they are smarter than us. They know these things because they have more access to the information and they just got further.
But that's okay. But that's the thing. The thing about it is okay. So, how smart can you actually be? You know, I mean, think about it. Like you said, intelligence. Yeah, I understand. Just because somebody comes with money, they'll be this smart. They just have the opportunity to learn more. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm not saying that we have a disadvantage because we're poor. No, I said we had a disadvantage because we don't have the funds to extend our knowledge.
You're right. You're right. I don't agree with that. I agree with that.
And that's the point I'm trying to reach. The point I'm trying to reach is yeah, money. If you come from money, yeah, of course. I mean, think about it. You learn. Okay, look at all these kids learning. Okay, tennis, ballet, piano lessons, violins, all that stuff. You know, all that stuff's like to teach. It helps them learn. And I don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't hate. I don't care if you come from money. That's on you. God had this on cards. We just gotta know how to deal with them. You know.
That's it.
But you know what I'm saying is, do you think that we can learn how to play the violin? No, because we first of all we can learn how to play the violin if we learn. But I'm saying, do you think we would have the funds to play it? Back in the day, we'd have to buy a violin, which would be like $300, and the lessons, and then all the other stuff. So think about it. We would get secondhand violins. You know what I'm saying? And maybe get lucky that we know somebody that knows two songs that'll teach us how to play. Two songs. You know,
that's a good point. But how about people that come from like I would love to make this comparison right now to what you're saying. There's a lot of people that come from DR and they're great baseball players, but they never had baseball players. They play with sticks and rocks, and they know how to hit a fucking stick on a rock, and then they made it to the major leagues. Explain that.
Right.
They didn't have it, but they.
Well, see, that's but that's cool.
Play with sticks and rocks.
That's understandable, but see, what the thing about sticks and rocks is universal. Sticks and rocks, baseball rocks. You learning about the T-Rex versus somebody learning about like a rhinoceros because it's a different species.
The level of
that's what what I'm talking about is the level of whatever like that. Yeah, you're right. But the thing about that is also it's more will and more they wanted it more.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? But we can't want it, but you can't want it more if you don't have the stuff.
It's like how do you know it's there if you don't know it's there? Right?
No, what I'm saying is sorry. What I'm saying is, how do you know with the baseball and stuff, right?
Right.
They picked up a rock and a stick. Okay, that's equivalent to a baseball and a bat. So basically, even on the playing field may be wrong, different because they don't have the money to get to all the stuff, but they're doing it. But the only thing that was missing was the will. Now, when it comes to the difference is we don't have that rock and bat. We don't have that violin. They do. That's what I'm saying. Even if you made one,
if there's a violin out there that is carved from I think it's wood that they make violins out of, some kind of wood. Yeah. And what's the difference between a violin made out of cardboard and strings? I mean, that's the equivalent to
if you could make it, yeah. But what I'm saying is, they're
forced to. They have no choice but to accommodate themselves with what they don't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just my thing. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it.
Right. I mean, you're right. But it's not going to be easy.
No, you're right. But like you said, it comes down to drive. Drive is like the main thing. It's like you cannot make it happen unless you have the drive and the want to do it. You know what I mean? Like exactly. You said that yourself.
Right. You're right. I mean, exactly what it is. But
it's drive at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, but like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got something stuck with my
That's fine. Yo, can you give me 1 second? I gotta go get something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just
right.
1 second, brother.
All right. Anyways, I got some stuff with my
Yo, can you give me 1 second? I gotta go get something.
Yeah, it is.
1 second, brother. All right, I am back. I got this
All
thing
right.
you gotta get. I got this thing that you gotta get. It's Jaritos, bro. Like it's a little thing like this. See this?
Uh-huh.
So what this does is it has a little magnet next to my computer. I don't know if you believe in this, but I don't like that NSA, all that type of bullshit. So what I do is I
Yeah.
have this thing where I turn it like this, and it blocks my camera like that.
That's cool.
And then you turn it back up. It's magnetic, and then you
Right.
open camera. And it's funny because I had this for like maybe a month or so, and I haven't never
Uh-huh.
blocked my camera. I just left it open. But the purpose
That's
is
funny.
the camera, you know.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, like I said, I like to stream at least for an hour. We got about 10 minutes because I don't want to keep it like, you know what I'm saying?
Boom.
That's just, I rather.
We have a good
Well, I mean,
conversation.
but you want to have like 400. You want to have like 4 hours, 5 hours, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gotta save some for next time.
You got to spoon feed. You can't give him the whole spoon. I got you, man. Little by little.
Yeah, I mean, this is our third thing going on. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah, man. What we have to do is let's not touch base on this, but just one time. Let's just do that. We'll talk about this on the outside, but we gotta come up with a some kind of schedule. You know, even if it's every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
every week. At least we'll have a day that we know that we can do this. So that way, you know, we can make sure that we have a lot of things prepared, and you know, even though we could talk about everything under the sun, we're good with that. But, you know, preparation. You know what I mean?
So how's everything going besides that? I was like
life.
You know, life. How's the music going? How's everything going?
Music. Well, it's just something I do, you know, it's more like of a release thing. I actually have a song. I wish I can show it to you, man. I have a song that I really want to start doing a video to. I think it's got a lot of potential. I just wish there was a way to play it here.
It should be.
Is there a way where I can like play
it should be.
Yeah. Let me see. Maybe I can play this for you real quick if you can hear it. I don't know. You mind? Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, let's see. Man, it's let's see if I could somehow play it where can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. This is me all the way. I made the beat and everything.
Okay.
I walk around with a heavy heart weighing me down. There's no one I couldn't get staying around. I forgot what it's like to have a smile on my face, and I ain't got to wash away the issues of my day. Bottoms up till the bottom go down. I walk around with this heavy heart in my chest, carving my flesh, I forgot it, Bacardi on my desk. Reminiscing on moments when I almost saw my death. Thoughts of my lost people, like why do I deserve regret? To grief for me, feel like I'm drowning in the deepest ocean. So could it just be under these bottles that I just opened? I can't tell. Living like this candy could just be my hell, but read my chest too frail to prepare. That's why I walk around with a heavy heart weighing me down.
We're gonna leave right there. Oh, 1 second.
All right.
We're gonna stop right there. Little idea.
All right.
I was like, you like that?
It's cool, man. Are you touching the country territory over there? I hear. Oh yeah, I hear that.
Hey man, do you know how to you know what? I'm gonna send it to you directly. I'm actually gonna release it. It's actually the older version is on Spotify, but I got a new version where I remastered it. And I want to shoot a video for it before I actually like release it. I want to start taking it serious. But am I touching the country territory? No. This was something that just came from my heart. And it just happened to have a pop sound. I don't know. It just turned out that. Yo, you'll like it, bro. I really want you to hear it. The song is pretty much about drinking your sorrows away.
It's a country song?
No, it's not. You know what, bro? I don't like to consider myself a rapper or like. I want to consider myself an artist. Like, you know, when you do your podcast, when you talk, you think like, you know, you it's your art form. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You want to be considered controversial podcast. Right. You want to be considered a, you know, just a person that has multiple opinions. You know what I mean? Like why don't box yourself and don't categorize yourself. Don't be this big. Don't be this
well rounded.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, be well rounded.
If you want to talk about what you got your girl for her birthday, why can't you do that? Because then all of a sudden people are gonna look at you and say, "Oh, this guy, he's always talking about controversial shit." And now he wants to talk about how he loves a girl. Oh, fuck this guy. No, you want to just be well rounded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that goes for because you do your podcast. You do a lot of your stuff by yourself, and it's like this is your canvas. You know what I mean? And you paint it how you want to paint it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It makes no sense to be pigeonholed.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
What are you drinking?
I'm not telling you.
Why not?
It's liquor. Huh?
You see, what's wrong with that, man? Look, I got IPA right here, man. Ooh.
What is that?
And I'm gonna drink this with it. What is that?
Nah, but anyways, not for real.
All right.
It's you want to see what it is? It's a freaking Smirnoff. Look, it's a Smirnoff.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
All right, so
we got like 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say I enjoyed it.
Go ahead.
No, I enjoyed it.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm just chilling, just getting, trying to do. I'm doing this. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
Behind you, bro.
Huh?
He's moving behind you.
Probably. Well, my dog's probably back here. Yeah, my dog's back here sleeping. So moving the tail.
Okay.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny if you see him come out to my face and be like, I'm like,
man, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for him to put you in a chokehold. That's what I'm waiting.
I'm waiting on this giant motherfucker to come to destroy my house and pick me up like Godzilla. Or no, like King Kong. That's what I'm waiting on. No, I'm just messing with you. Anyways, like I said, I enjoy our podcast every time. I just wish more people would come out and do it.
We got some of the better content out there than some of these well-known people.
I don't know why people I've seen some stuff. Okay, next time that we do it, I'm gonna put a video collection together and show these people that actually do it and show how whack this shit is. But they got millions of people. But
we gotta find a way.
We
gotta find a way to get it out there, man.
But anyways, like I said,
anybody's listening to this right now, you need to fucking help us out. Hit the fucking share button. Hit the fucking subscribe button. Share this motherfucker. Let all you motherfuckers hear. And all the motherfuckers that know you motherfuckers need to hear this shit. And just, that's it. Like, just have fun with it, man. It's just talk.
I'm straight up.
You nosy. Well, you all up in our business right now. We're gonna do something about it. Stop watching with your arms crossed like a ghost and hit the goddamn like button or share button. Do something, you fucking piece of shits. Share the shit. I'm ranting. Fuck it.
That's funny. But yeah, man. So but anyway, so yeah, like I said, we gotta do this again sometime. Maybe sometime next week, but we'll talk about our schedule stuff with it. But yeah, man, have fun with it. It's just so good. Yeah. Like I said, kiss my little nephew out there. How's he doing?
Oh, he's doing good, man. He's doing great.
Get big.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's too big, man. Look, you see the toys behind me? I can't get away from me. You see the toys? I got some set there. Whatever the fuck that is, like some shit over there. But man, you got. I'm definitely gonna bring him out there to see you soon.
You definitely have to, man.
I'm telling you about I might have to take a trip out there instead.
Right.
It's just so expensive. Right. Yo, you know how expensive it is to take a flight to you? I'm not driving. I'm done with driving. I'm not doing it.
You like driving?
I don't want to, bro. I already drove to Florida 2 times, back and forth. Not back and forth 2 times. That means 4. I drove 4 times to Florida and back.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure out some kind of way to get there.
We'll figure it out.
Flight to you is like $300.
Jesus.
For one person. And I'm like, huh? That's too shit. I'm not even going that far. It's gonna take me 30 minutes to get you.
Yes, because you don't get the coronavirus discount. That's why. We're good out here. You don't get that corona discount.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
But anyways, it was a pleasure.
Final countdown. 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I like to say lo siento.
Welcome.
There you go.
We are now. What's it? Oh man,
But,
no, I forgot.
anyway,
I was trying to figure out something. Go ahead.
but anyways, it's always a pleasure. We'll come back to this again.
And the thing, man, thank you for allowing me to, get some of my venting out, man. Because it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be doing this shit. I don't even like, doing this type of shit. But like with you, bro, it's like natural. We good. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I never been crazy about being on camera, just talking shit, bro.
Well, send your shit over.
My confidence up, man. I'm starting to feel good about it.
Well, send your shit out, and I'll, I'm blasting on whatever, and I'm getting to the right people I can, and then we'll do what you gotta do.
What's that?
So, I said, send this shit out, and I'll try to get to the right people I can and stuff.
Do what you can. Send me the link when you're done with it, and and I'll see what I can do too, man. I'll do my best.
All right, man. Well, I love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And well, I'll see you soon, man.
Till next time, brother. Hey, man.
All right.
Kiss my nieces too, man. That's
I will, man.
Brother.
I love you. I love you, bro.
Man. Love you too, brother. Easy. All right.
All right. That was.